In Section 8, we're going to start discussing organic chemistry reactions. What we're going to be doing is putting together all the foundational material that we discussed in the first 7 sections and applying it to looking at real organic chemistry reactions. The first reaction we're going to talk about is the nucleophilic substitution reaction. This turns out to be a general reaction, and many of the things that we're going to learn in this reaction and in the reaction we discuss in the next section are going to apply or be useful for understanding a wide variety of other reactions. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the common naming of alkyl halides. So alkyl halides are compounds that contain carbon, hydrogen, and one or more halogens. They can also be called haloalkanes. Now, we already learned how to name these in the IUPAC system, where we just treated the halogen as a substituent and we just named it with the prefix chloro, fluoro, bromo, or iodo, and a number. The first thing we want to talk about in alkyl halides is the classification of alkyl halides. We're going to group alkyl halides according to the number of or the type of carbon to which the halogen is attached. Now, we typically use the symbol X to represent a halogen. And so if we look at these examples, this would be a methyl group, so 3 hydrogens, a carbon, and then the halogen is attached directly to that methyl carbon. So this is classed as a methyl alkyl halide. There's only 4 of these. If the halogen is attached to a primary carbon, which would be a carbon with one other carbon group attached, we call that a primary alkyl halide. And similarly, if the halogen is attached to a secondary carbon, we call it a secondary alkyl halide. And if the halogen is attached to a tertiary carbon, we all call it a tertiary alkyl halide. And there is no such thing as a quaternary alkyl halide, because if you had 4 carbon groups on the carbon, you would have no room for the halogen. There is a systematic common nomenclature of alkyl halides. This would be the older-fashioned way of naming these. In the systematic common nomenclature, what we do is we look at the alkyl halide as having a carbon chain attached to the halogen. We name the carbon chain, the alkyl chain, as an alkyl group. So we count the number of carbons and then we add the YL ending. And then we add the name of the halide after the alkyl name, separated by a space. And we use the halide name, in other words, the name of the halogen as if it were a negative ion. So some examples here. If we look here, our carbon group has 2 carbons, so it's F, YL ending, and then we have a bromine, so it's bromide, ethyl bromide. This carbon group has a common name of isobutyl. It's attached to a chlorine, so isobutyl chloride. And then methyl iodide. In general, like most common names, these common names are typically only used for smaller molecules with small carbon chains and relatively uncomplicated carbon chains. But methyl iodide, for example, is widely used by organic chemists to name that substance. There are also some special common names that we're just going to need to memorize because they are, again, small molecules. The common names are widely used both in chemistry labs and also in industry. So these are substances that are used in industrial processes, and very often industrially used molecules have common names that are widely used. So the first one is this. This is a single carbon with 2 chlorines directly attached and then 2 hydrogens. So a carbon with two hydrogens attached to other things is called a methylene group. So what we have is a methylene group attached to chlorides. So the common name of this is methylene chloride. Now, there is also an IUPAC name that is used. In the IUPAC, we would call this dichloromethane. The next one is this substance where now we have a single carbon with three chlorines attached. This is called chloroform. Finally, we have a carbon group with four chlorines attached. This is carbon tetrachloride, 4-chloride. There are analogous common names for all of the halogens. So for example, if I had two bromines, this would be called methylene bromide. If I had three iodines instead of the chlorines, it would be called iodoform, and so forth.